People, I'm back to talk about the finale episode of Love Never Lies and the reunion. I'm just gonna combine them in one video. If I can just talk about Minnie as a host, she did a fantastic job. She's an actress, so she's able to emote, those playful animated expressions, and kind of just her vibe, her energy. She really bonded with the couples quite well. She was able to bring out the right vibe from them. You could see at some point, even with Pretty, when they were seated down and watching what's happening in the other villa, she's holding her hand. Like, she was able to kind of bond with them on an individual basis, and really understand the dilemmas. What I found a bit odd was when they were doing the eye detect and reveal of the questions and truth and lie. If her facial expressions were too gleeful for some of those heavy, hard-hitting questions. Yeah, I don't know. That's where I'll just kind of remove a few pointers on her. But other than that, her outfits were eating. Her vibe was good. I mean, she did a good job. Now, guys, I don't know if it was just me, but I was really rooting for Wilfred and Clayton. I wanted them to win the money. I wanted them to win the prize pot. I don't know. The story was so sweet and so emotional. And I don't know, by the time we got to see them reconnect, I don't know, I just got the feels. I really love them as a couple. I don't know, guys. Is it just me? Just comment, tell me. Or who did you want to win of the couples? My least favorite couple were Naledi and Nikiwe, yes. I don't know. Naledi is diabolical as a person. She is very selfish, and it just was very apparent. I mean, those two can't agree on what they really want. Naledi wants to be polygamous, but she calls herself polyamorous. And Nikiwe wants to be she wants to be monogamous. She wants to close their relationship. Anyway, those two, a lot was going on there. Lynn clearly is over Mr. Kuda. And this is even as we came to the finale and at the reunion, and I'll talk a bit more about that. But yeah, I mean, these two, I've gotten to a point where I think the relationship they've outgrown each other within the relationship. Yeah, who else? Let me talk about Munaka and Konse. I mean, those two are on completely different pages. Munaka wants a solid, real deal relationship with a nice young man. Konse wants to be out here in the streets. So I don't know. By the time the season was ending and they were like, oh, let's start dating again, I think one of my predictions in my previous video was that they won't last and they won't make it. And yeah, they didn't, even when you saw the reunion. Which other couple was there? There was Pretty and Siwa. Those two just need to work on a respect level, Pretty needs to respect Siwa and just acknowledge him as her man and not emasculate him and not be angry and those outbursts of anger, And Siwa also needs to speak up and stand his ground and tell her, girl, chill, bring it down a notch, okay? We are equals in this relationship. Nancy and Bohlale, sorry if I'm butchering his name. Nancy, girl, stand up. I mean, oof. The mere fact that you are so willing to forgive so fast, despite the public embarrassment, speaks a lot about you, girl. I don't know. I think she's just I don't know what to say about that. I just feel like she's lost in the sauce. That's all I can say. Now let's get into the reunion. I mean, Minnie did a good job hosting them. I mean, she'd gotten to know the couples during filming, so she was able to kind of, bring it in and ask the right questions. And I feel like all the right questions were answered. And then the fact that some of the sexy singles either made an appearance. Siwa's girl, can't remember her name, made an appearance on, on the screen. I think she couldn't make it, I guess, to be on the set. But the fact that they had Mia there and they had Vizo, top. Now let's talk about Vizo. The chemistry between Vizo and Lynn was palpable. It was whoa. It was sparks. It was like Kuda didn't look like he had such a huge issue if they were to have a thing. I mean, during the filming, I understand he would have had a problem because that time they were still, whatever, dating and, different villas and exploring. And the fact that Vizo is Kuda's friend was a bit, crazy. But Kuda didn't seem to look like he was so bothered on the reunion stage. He looked like he's like, you know what, it's fine. I'm good. I moved on. Yeah, he did say he has someone he's seeing. Lynn is very much interested in Vizo, and I hope those two are a thing right now. I hope so. I'm going to look for them. Now let's talk about Buhlachle, Mia, and Nancy. This throuple, because that's exactly what that was a mess. First of all, shout out to Mia for coming with all the tea, honey. She came on that stage and was not gonna let Buhlale rest. Like, she revealed so much that happened behind the scenes. I just feel like some of the things she was saying were borderline, making Buhlale look like he was not respectful of her as a woman. And it didn't sit right with me as a woman. It just felt a bit dirty. I mean, she did say everything that they did was consensual and she was, she was part of it and she played along. But some of the things she was revealing, like, like sexual stuff that they did behind the scenes and the cameras were down, and how he tried to minimize the whole thing, yet it was a full-on intercourse. And I'm sure Nancy was also like, I for one was conce. I mean, did you see his expression? Check it out right here. To some extent, even I was like, what? Munaka was even telling him, chill out, bro, stop overreacting. I mean, he was me and I was him. I mean, yo. Yeah, and also I'll shout out to Mini. Buhlale was very defensive. He was coming off defensive, and Mini gave everyone in the room a chance to speak their mind on that situation, because during the season, Buhlale was not going to let anyone talk about it. I mean, he shut Munaka down so hard, so fast, but everybody got a chance to speak their mind and tell him, like, yo, that wasn't cool. By the end of the reunion, I was floored by the fact that Nancy was giving him a 9 out of 10 in terms of the status of the relationship and how wanted to continue with it. He gave it a 10. I mean, look, his apology, in as much as he gave the apology to Nancy, Mia, I didn't feel the sincerity of it. I mean, I didn't hear him actually say to Mia the words, I am sorry. He just gave a long soliloquy, an explanation that just was a lot of words. And I'll just say this, Nancy is a class act. I mean, she even apologized to Mia. I don't know what kind of a classy woman she is. It can't be me. I'm scrappy, I'm messy, I'm petty. Anyway, guys, please get into the show. Love Never Lies. Essay on Netflix. Get into it, because these South Africans really bring the heat with the reality TV shows. I mean, top. Get into it.